there's a version of Earth you will never see with your own eyes. Oceans 100 meters shallower, continents connected by land that's now permanently underwater, skies so thick with stars the Milky Way cast visible shadows on the ground. It existed for most of human history. Then, in about a century, it went dark. For 300,000 years, Homo sapiens looked up at a sky none of us have ever actually seen and walked across land that appears on no map today. So, what did the planet actually look like to them? The sky, the ground, the animals sharing it with them. Start with what was directly overhead. Before a single artificial light existed, the night sky wasn't just darker, it was a different visual object entirely. Thousands of stars visible to the naked eye, every clear night, everywhere on Earth. The Milky Way wasn't a faint smudge you had to squint for. It arced overhead as a distinct, bright band, strong enough in truly dark conditions to cast a faint shadow. That view held for nearly the entire span of human existence, then unraveled in under 150 years, first with gas lighting in the late 1700s, then electricity a century after that. Now look down, because the ground was just as unrecognizable. At the height of the last ice age, so much of the planet's water sat frozen in ice sheets that global sea levels dropped about 120 meters, 400 feet below where they sit today. That single fact rewrote the map. Between Siberia and Alaska, this exposed Beringia, not a narrow crossing, but a landmass nearly the size of Australia, running from Canada's Mackenzie River to Russia's Verkhoyansk Mountains. For thousands of years, it was simply solid ground. Walkable, huntable, livable. Today, it's ocean, separating two continents that used to touch. Coastlines everywhere sat somewhere else entirely. Beaches, deltas, whole regions of dry land occupying what's now open water. That landscape wasn't empty, and it definitely wasn't quiet. Giant short-faced bears, built larger than any bear alive today, hunted alongside Beringian cave lions and scimitar-toothed cats, all stalking herds of mammoths, horses, and bison across the exact terrain early humans were crossing on foot. Humans didn't dominate this landscape. They shared it, carefully, with predators built to kill things far bigger than a person. Here's the single mechanism behind everything you just heard. Ice ages don't just drop the temperature. As the planet cools, huge volumes of ocean water get pulled out of circulation and locked into ice sheets over 2 miles thick in places. Less water in the ocean means the ocean itself drops, and land that used to sit underwater reappears. That one shift in global temperature is what both dimmed the seas and unveiled Beringia. One cause, two completely different transformations of the world humans actually walked through. Almost none of it survived. The ice melted, the oceans rose, and Beringia slipped back underwater around 11,000 to 13,000 years ago. Around the same window, most of that megafauna, the mammoths, the giant bears, the cave lions, died out. Scientists still argue over how much came down to climate, how much to human hunting pressure, and how much to both at once. That question stays genuinely open. The sky told a different kind of story. Nature didn't take that one from us, we did. Ourselves. In barely more than a century of artificial light, ancient humans didn't just live on a different-looking planet. In real, measurable ways, they lived on one that was bigger, wilder, and more connected than ours. Broader skies, wider land, larger animals. Nature took some of that away. We switched off the rest ourselves. If you could stand on that Ice Age landscape for just one night, full sky overhead, open land underfoot, something enormous moving nearby in the dark, would you want to? Tell me in the comments.